And welcome back for another episode of the Gamut Report with Matt Hribar, your host. And usually we kind of have a fun time, but today's topic is very serious. It is not something to take lighthearted. We are here for an ultimate debate, an ultimate throwdown, a smackdown. We're basically like wrestling in this room right now to discuss what could be one of the most important millennial questions of all time. What is the best national fast food pizza chain?
Pizza Hut.
It's not Pizza Hut,
It's
Rusty.
Pizza Hut.
No, stop it. But today, I'm sitting here. I got 3 guests today, so we are extra crowded. We got Rusty. Rusty's back. How is it going, Rusty?
Hi, Rusty.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm feeling pretty, rusty today.
Yeah, you're just like a rusty shacklebolt.
Rusty likes to have fun.
You should get oiled up, Rusty.
We're also here with Prick.
You have no idea.
Hi, guys. How you doing? My name's Prick. Nice to meet you, everyone.
And that's spelled without a C. It's just
Without a C.
P-R-I-K.
Without a C.
Just Prick.
To get it right.
Like a small prick. And then we're also here with five paragraphs.
Hey, guys. Hey. Just chilling.
One more paragraph than 4.
Yeah.
But
One
not.
less
It's
than
like a 5-paragraph essay.
MLA
It's
format.
odd,
But it's like a beginning, like a introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Ideal. I like it.
All about pizza.
So
complete.
I guess we could just kind of go around, and maybe right now we'll just all say what the 4 pizzas are represented. I'm representing Team Giorgio's.
I'm really not sure Giorgio's. I'm going to raise this right off the bat. Giorgio's is not a national chain, my friend.
I'm
I don't think
go with that.
Is Little Caesars everywhere too?
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Sleezer's is everywhere.
I don't think we have in New York, do we?
Oh, yeah.
Where at?
There's one on Transit Road. There's another one on Walden if you go
These
down.
Buffalo people right now.
It's weird. It seems as though Rusty might be switching sides.
No.
Sleezers sounded pretty good to you over there.
So
I do like Sleezer's, but it's not the best.
Oh, okay.
And
so,
for those of you who don't know, Sleezers is short for Little Caesars.
Yeah.
We've shortened it because we are millennials and we're lazy.
oh, that's another podcast that we'll be doing. There.
Yeah, tune in next.
I know they just all come together. What about you, 5 paragraphs? What are you supporting today?
I'll be supporting the aforementioned Sleezers.
And then Rusty already has said.
Fucking Pizza Hut, dude. I don't know
And
what
Prick,
you want
who are
from
you?
me.
I'll
today?
be showing up for Papa John's. Papa John's over here. Yeah.
So I think Rusty suggested a very good idea. We each kind of go. We'll give like a minute and a half on the clock. You can use
It's
all that
90
time.
seconds for you guys who aren't great at math.
Yeah, exactly. And we
I
will
can't even
see.
read, so.
Oh, yeah, Rusty can't read. We did talk about that.
Rusty is re-going through grade school as we speak.
It's hard.
Rusty needs to get oiled up, guys. That's all.
I'm oiled up
So
all the time.
you know what? Rusty, we're gonna start with you. Give us your little spiel on Pizza Hut.
2 words. Stuffed crust. It's an option that pretty much only Pizza Hut offers.
See, Rusty, I'm going to stop you right there.
No,
You can't. He has his
go
90
fuck
seconds.
yourself.
So stuffed crust, maybe
No,
something
wait,
maybe
just
something
pause.
neat in the early 2000s when we're all
Yeah, that's
learning
like
how to
Britney
walk.
Spears, like back when she like, "Oops, I did it again" with stuffed crust. Like
I'm
that's
sorry.
that is
it
kind
may
of-
be.
It's a little bit like 10 years ago.
It might be old.
Let Rusty
but
get going.
Let's establish this.
He's got to turn his wheels
Let's
up.
establish this. If I offered you a pizza without stuffed crust and one with stuffed crust, both the same exact pizza, just the crust was different, which one would you choose?
Which one am I paying more for?
Oh,
As a millennial, that's a big question.
that's a very.
Okay, let's say the stuffed crust pizza is
$2 more?
$1.50
Absolutely not.
more.
Absolutely not.
$1.50.
I'm going unstuffed.
6 quarters.
I'd rather be unstuffed.
Wow.
I'd rather be unstuffed.
I don't think I can ever trust you with anything again.
I know you like stuffing things there,
I do.
Rusty.
Is
but
that your whole argument, or is there
No.
other elements
Here's
to
the
Pizza
thing.
Hut that we should know?
It looks like we're approaching the 70-second mark
Really?
here, Rusty. I'm not keeping a clock or
Here's
anything,
the
but
thing. Yeah, we're at 70 seconds, but you've taken up like 50 of my 70
you
seconds.
should
Okay,
get used to
Prick,
this,
but-
Mr.
Like,
He's a future lawyer American. You can't take a little debate going on here.
I'm just see
I
Opening
thought-
statements.
in a
Opening
courtroom. There's
statements.
Yeah.
very much decorum.
Pardon?
Decorum. It's a
Court
big
is
word.
church.
I know.
Define decorum. Like
Court is
Rusty, I
church.
have trouble reading, so
Oh, okay, that's okay.
but
SATs were hard for everybody.
a little bit.
But it's okay. Stuffed crust,
Okay.
but also just general quality of this aforementioned za. Like that's pizza. Like Prick said, we shorten things.
That's twice that we've used the word aforementioned.
I was about to say that too. I was like, is this
For
like
those
a
of you at
little
home,
overkill?
maybe start keeping a running tally. 'Cause let's see how many times we can hit that one on the
Yo,
head.
that's the secret word. That's when we have to do shots at the end. Is to that word.
But
Anything else, Rusty?
Just the quality of the pizza.
Okay.
What you get from Papa John's, I feel like, is kind of like cardboardy, a little
Ooh,
bit.
He just kind of
Sleezers. I like Sleezers, don't get me wrong, but you get what you pay for with Sleezers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You get what you pay for, and that's and I will pay $7 instead of $5 to get a decent pizza. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
There's my statement. I want to hear it all.
I'm not sure
Prick,
that
I will turn it over
I'm not
to
sure
you.
that Pizza Hut has ever sold a pizza for $7, but we'll get back to that later.
out some
Essa, you have anything
financials.
to add?
You mean 5 paragraphs?
No, I
Coupon code, fam. Google.
So wait, are we going over to you 5 paragraphs with sleazers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll do sleaze.
Yeah.
You know, it says it in the name. It's sleaze. It's sleazy. You know, it's a bad rap. You know, $5 hot and ready.
My man's 5 does like to get sleazy.
It's nice. You know, if I'm coming in,
5
stumbling,
paragraphs knows about being hot and ready.
This is true. You know, if I'm coming in on a late night and I just want some pizza ready right there in my face.
How late are we talking? Because Little Caesars does close at 11 p.m.
Oh.
This is true.
It's later than a lot of things around it, though.
Yeah.
Most other things close at 9.
Pizza
What time
Hut.
does Pizza Hut close?
Pizza Hut closes
They're
pretty-
Rusty.
Probably 6 p.m.
No, the closest pizza is the one on Mayfield.
Gotta
and
be
that-
cautious if it's a Sunday too.
Is it one of those ones with like a buffet that like has like an awkward
I don't
like
know. I've never
heavy
actually
set lady
been
at
to
the
said
buffet?
Pizza Hut.
This actual Pizza Hut on Mayfield Road, which I am familiar with, is not actually a sit-down location. It's simply takeout.
I'm okay with that because I
One
never
of the
go
biggest
to
qualities
restaurants.
that people tend to like about Pizza Hut is being able to sit in with their pizza.
I do like my salad bar at
See,
Pizza Hut.
See,
Croutons, fam.
I'm talking
Croutons.
strictly about the pizza. Like I'm here
Okay, we
based
could-
on the
A
merits
purist.
of the pizza.
It's a pizza purist.
Yeah.
I'm not unfamiliar
an
with your kind.
elitist of Za.
based on purely the merits of the pizza, we can talk about restaurants because if we're going into the sit-down restaurant thing, Papa John's is hosed.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Game
I'm
over.
keeping
Yeah,
that
Papa
in mind.
John's looks like a pedophile Subway.
Keep that on my
Yeah.
sleeve. Not to mention,
Dude,
we do have the greasiest person that's ever been born working at one.
Yeah.
We do.
So like, I'll
That
keep
says a lot about the quality.
I'll start at a -5. That's what we're gonna do, and I'll get back up to a 10, guys. I'm not worried about it.
Dude, what I'm saying is the average Papa John's is roughly the size of like the half bathroom in mine and Matt's house.
And yet,
That's
still
very true.
churning out pizzas way better than the other 3 people in this.
Okay,
room.
back to opening arguments. 5 paragraphs. Please
All right.
continue your sleazers argument.
So back to sleazers. You know, you're coming in, you're stumbling in drunk with your friends, and you want some pizza. You go to sleazers because they're there for you. It's just like they know that you're a broke college kid who just wants $5 pizza ready on the go.
I like how there's like a little clap to every word you said.
Okay, moving on to Matt. Why
Giorgio's.
Giorgio's?
You know, I wanted
the
to make sure.
regional chain.
Yeah, regional
You know,
chain.
listen. It literally
Over here defending
just,
Rascal House and shit like that.
Maybe take national out of this title.
You know, I'm gonna do my research, and you know what? Even if it's
He's
not a
into
national
sociology.
chain,
He loves his
it has the
data.
quality. I do love my data.
Loves
it
his
has
data.
the quality of like a national chain. Like, you know, it's kind of like one of those things where like, yeah, it's not national, but it should be because that's how good Giorgio's is. And let me tell you, you talk about your $5 pizzas over there, 5 paragraphs, and I relate to that. I got my cheese pizza large at Giorgio's for $4.99, and I saved that extra penny in case an angel wanted to come down and bless me. And I'm blessed because I got Giorgio's, and I got that delicious crust. I got that sizzling pizza sauce, and I got that nice cheese just melting. And when I went,
Adjectives don't make things better.
listen, when I went to Little Sleazers last week, it was very burnt. The cheese was a little burnt. It was like, but like I like a little burnt, but like there's like an overkill.
One bad experience does not encounter it doesn't make the whole thing.
So clearly, Dan's still confused on what team he's defending here. I just like to chime in. The popular chain Little Caesars uses Munster cheese on their pizza. For those of you who are not familiar with Munster cheese, it is one of the most repulsive things I've
What?
ever seen
I do love
in
Munster.
my years.
I do love
In my
Munster.
20 years. It is not of the highest quality cheese. No. Probably of the lowest quality
Okay,
cheese.
you act like
Okay,
you act
just
like
because
Papa
Papa
John's is
John's,
making
like,
pizza with
better
brie and
ingredients.
like blue cheese pizza. Like
You guys ever seen a Papa John's commercial? You know who's on those commercials?
That-
Peyton Manning. Someone who call the greatest of all time.
Shaq was in Pizza Hut commercials.
What about
When was
Jared?
that, Dan?
Jared represented Subway, and Jared touched kids.
Yeah,
so are we
Peyton
supposed
Manning
to believe
has
that if just because they're
2
on the
Super Bowl
ad?
rings. Jared doesn't have Super Bowl rings. He just has little kids in his back pocket.
I mean, I'm
And
just
now
saying,
he's
I'm
in
just saying
jail.
we can't.
Shaq,
He's in jail where
Diesel.
Giorgio's
Also,
should be.
I don't trust Papa John.
Prison bait pizza.
I don't trust Papa
Yeah,
John.
Papa
himself.
John is a-
Papa John seems like he's gonna kidnap me in a van.
Yeah.
I'm
Here's my
saying you give Papa John's a ring. You know who's gonna answer? Papa him fucking self is gonna answer that fucking phone.
No, it's gonna be our friend who we all know works at the local establishment,
Okay.
going, "Oh,
AKA Dirty Jesus.
Dirty Jesus does not answer the phones. He is the
just
star
whips
delivery
them.
person.
He just whips.
He
just
whips that hair
slings
back and
saws.
forth. He
I
whips
will
it
say,
back and
you know what?
forth.
One thing I do appreciate
Like Willow
about
Smith.
Prick's dedication is that he does know pretty much everyone who works at our local Papa John's.
Yes.
It's not only that, but the lovely family of Kat and her father, who fresh off the boat from Asia, they got their first job at Papa John's. Papa made that possible. The American dream starts
Papa
in University
did not
Heights,
make
Ohio.
that possible. They got a job with the manager.
Who made that possible then?
They're not.
Without Papa, is that opportunity available to them?
By the transitive
That
property.
makes no sense.
Papa, don't worry, I got you, Papa. I got you, Papa.
By your
See,
reasoning,
that's like a very
though, you
weird
can
sexual tone,
bring
and I
that
don't
whole
like it.
thing back to like Jesus or like the first person ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Like by your reasoning.
Well, the first person ever was actually Adam. So
I do want to agree with Dan though. It does taste
Religion
a little
is a myth.
cardboardy, and it's also too floury.
Okay.
Like Papa John's, it's too floury. Like there's always flour residue. Like
Yeah.
it's like they've been baking like
It's like, yeah.
bagels and all
There's
these like French
always,
breads.
the bottom is always covered
Yes.
in flour.
See, what you could do for that is they offer quite a few options baking wise. Baking wise, you can go a little bit less cooked, a little less baked. You can go regular baked. You could even go a little crispier if you'd like. For those of you who are afraid of flour,
See-
it's a small little powder residue.
See,
You're
the
afraid of it.
only
They're afraid
time
of powder.
in my life that
Okay,
I've
I'm
ever
not saying we're
eaten
afraid.
Papa
I just don't want to
John's-
eat a bag of
let's
flour
put it
with my
this way.
pizza.
What's up, Rusty?
I said the only time in my life that I've ever actually thought eating Papa John's was a good idea, I went for the well-baked option, if you get my drift.
Well baked. Rusty is making a comment on social. Was it drugs? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. But yeah.
So
Marijuana.
Rusty's familiar with one thing. It's
I
not
think-
pizza. It's peer pressure.
I,
peer pressure. That's
but
what
listen,
it's
I
familiar with.
think this says a lot, not about Rusty per se, but the fact that he only went there when he was struck down with the devil's drugs. And doesn't that say a lot about Papa John's? It's
No,
Papa
I think
John's
more it
666.
says something about Rusty. I think that's what it says a little bit more about, because Rusty seems to
Are
be
we
struck
gonna-
down by the devil's drugs a little bit more often than he's eating pizza. That's what I'll say that.
Let's put it this way. Drug-free since 03.
It's both lie and a
You know what's
shitty
not
rhyme.
been flour free since 03?
Papa John's.
Well, can you really make any pizza without flour, guys? I don't think you can.
Because
I didn't
flour-
say don't
that
use flour.
don't motherfucking
I just
rise
don't
without
want
flour.
I just
That's
don't
not
want a
what dough-
pizza that's
that's not
literally
what flour
covered
does
in
in
dough
dough.
and flour.
I'm not familiar with how science works in pizza. I just eat it. Okay, Rusty.
Yeast.
Yeah, yeast causes dough to
You know
rise.
who also looks like they would have yeast? Papa John.
You know who looks like they have a yeast infection? Rusty.
They don't call me Rusty for nothing.
He's been scratching us downstairs since we walked into the studio.
And I don't mean to like totally just gang up on Papa John's, because in my defense, I think Pizza Hut's so irrelevant, and
Just because there's only one Pizza Hut around does not make it irrelevant.
but it does make it
it's a
irrelevant.
massive national
This is
chain.
massive.
Pizza
It
Hut
is massive, but it's clearly not massive enough to be relevant. In my
It's
life.
not even
myself-
just national.
I myself
It's
am talking
worldwide.
just a little background here. I'm in the studio with two relatively skinny individuals, both of which are not very familiar with pizza. I myself have eaten more pizza than probably 10 men put together in their entire lives. I'm 20 years of age, for those of you who don't know. I had Papa John's today, about 3 hours ago.
Oh.
Didn't regret any of it. Ate 6 slices out of 8, and it was the best time I've ever had in my life. So
I mean, he brings up a valid point.
not
about
only did I
skinny
ask for extra
individuals.
sauce
Yes.
and receive it, and I had a wonderful interaction with Kat, the delivery person, and I tipped her very well, and she happened to go about her day like I had just changed her life for the better.
Okay, you cannot just say
Okay.
that you changed her life
Because you gave her
her
$3
$3. She showed up at your nasty college house to give you a cheap ass flour covered pizza. I'm sorry.
Nasty College House is a little far there. I would
I
say
saw that
maybe
trash.
one floor of our house is a Nasty
you know
College
what?
House.
I would agree with that.
Those
It
of
is
us who live on the second floor, we can afford the expensive pizza from Papa John's. But not only does Papa John's have the good quality pizza for an affordable price, they have the coupons, fam.
Dude.
4 out of 7 days of the week, you're looking at half off pizza. That brings it right down to where you scumbags are eating at Little Caesars and Giorgio's.
Here's
So
the
not
thing.
only am I paying $5 to $7 for a large pepperoni pizza,
Google.com.
it is twice the thickness of that shit Little Caesars. It's got whatever I want. It's got a phone app. I can order it from my motherfucking toilet. I can do it from any range of locations on this fucking
But
planet.
what if you want Papa
Someone
John's and there's
hasn't-
no coupons, there's no specials, the Indians lost,
Okay,
the
here's
Cavs
the thing.
lost,
Here's the thing.
Lake Area Monsters
I'm gonna
lost?
remove
Not
this
only will they still
I'm
have
going
a
to remove this
coupon.
argument from existence. You can Google coupons for anywhere and find them.
How many
all
of
the
those are
time.
going to be valid, Rusty? How many is going to be valid?
I find ones
myself
that work
find
all the
myself
time.
searching for coupons quite often.
Okay,
for
Martha,
various sites.
calm down over there. Martha Stewart. We get it. You like coupons for pizza. Like,
That would have been a good joke had you not had to explain what my last name was.
you know what?
I think I'm just going to go by
was just
Martha for the rest of this podcast
I
because
think-
it's an endearing name for me. So.
She went to jail, just
Yeah.
like Papa
She
John
did.
did.
Yeah. Oh, is that similar to where they serve Giorgio's jailbait pizza over there?
If they were to serve pizza
I
at
just
jail,
want
it'd
to
be
Don't
little
drop.
sleazers.
Don't drop that
Yeah.
slice.
It would be little
See,
sleazers.
But see, the
Prick
thing
is
about
over here
sleazers,
relying on personal attacks
Yes,
to
That's very
to
true.
create his argument,
which is good.
which is okay,
Nice.
but it's bad form, honestly.
Now let me go back to.
But,
There's
like,
no
let me
decorum
go
in
back
the
to
world
the
of
marketing
pizza.
aspect of Papa John's. The fact that they need to showboat people like Peyton Manning on
Well,
their
Peyton
commercials.
Manning's actually a part owner, so not showboating, simply helping his own company.
Yes,
So
obviously, because he has
Shouldn't
a
it
self-investment.
But it
be
is
able
a
to
showboat.
stand on
It
the
is a
merits of the
showboat.
pizza?
they do, which is why they've been around for tens of years, Mr. Rusty.
Tens of years?
Tens of years. Yeah.
This is
How
like
long?
Rome.
How long has Little
Yeah.
Caesars been here?
Siri, how
Was
long
that
has Papa
like
John's
about a month and a
existed?
half? About a month and a half. Little
It
Caesars
has
been here.
not been a month and a half.
I'm going to use my millennial Siri.
I'm
helper.
looking. I'm gonna
Oh,
look
someone
up.
who's had
I want to know
Siri
if
for
Giorgio's
what is
is
it,
a
6
regional
months
chain.
now? Getting cocky over there. Just switched from an Android.
Is Giorgio's
No.
a regional chain?
Yeah, it is.
I'm just over here. Look, it definitely is
I mean,
a regional chain.
I don't even know if
Has
it reaches
Little
past already.
Caesars- How long has Little
It was
Caesars been
founded
open?
31 years ago.
So what was that increment of tens of years? The 3 tenths of years? Wow.
long is
Math not
Little
only
Caesars
accurate,
open?
but just straight fire, I think.
You fail to realize I can't read. What makes you think I can do math?
Yeah, I'm curious as to how Rusty looked up that statistic so quickly.
Siri.
Siri to help.
I asked Siri.
Wow, what a great topic for our next podcast, Millennials.
I agree.
So tune in for that.
But I mean, you were saying something 5 paragraphs.
Back to Caesars. The thing is, they don't have to market.
Notice how we're all coming back to Little Caesars because it's noticeably behind us.
You know,
Oh, wow.
here's the thing: we don't have to do all this showboating. We're just here. We're the people's pizza.
Oh, you're like
This-
the Bernie Sanders of
Exactly.
pizza.
We're the grassroots
Where
guys.
did Bernie Sanders end up in the election? I say.
Solid
Congrats.
Was it first loser? Is that what he was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he lost.
But there's a lot of
It's true.
people who, even though
Even though
the
he
other
lost,
person won, there's a
even
lot of
though
people
he
still
lost,
wanting Little
people
Caesars.
still want Little Caesars / Bernie.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna reference a few people that we happen to know in our circle. Coming back to what Rusty said earlier, being struck by the devil's drugs or the devil's lettuce, whatever you want to call it. Most of our friends are, consumed by the devil's drugs quite often, more often than you. I would say not.
I didn't
Jazz
And it
lettuce.
seems to be that they choose Little Caesars when they're struck by the devil's
Indeed.
drugs more often than most other
Indeed.
pizza locations, because not only is their judgment far worse, but they also they have to scrape together those pennies.
That's what I'm saying. Jazz cabbage is expensive, my friend.
Jazz
man.
cabbage, man, jazz cabbage.
Jazz cabbage.
But I just want to say,
Play
they
me a
could go to
motherfucking
Little
tune.
Caesars for 5, but they could also go to Giorgio's for 5. Why do people forget about Giorgio's?
Regional
Because-
chain. Game over.
because Giorgio's, I'm going to be honest.
I would
if you
gracefully
look
bow
at that
out at this
store-
point in time.
Yeah, you're just essentially a moderator.
Little
at this
Caesars.
point.
You know what?
Giorgio's,
Little Caesars is over there bleeding, waiting for the fork to be stuck in its bag. I'm not-
Giorgio's only has like their little word. Like they're like Giorgio's on the top of their restaurant. We have a little mascot who's like flipping
Oh,
pizza.
no. Don't say the mascot because we have an
Pizza,
amazing
pizza.
jingle.
Pizza.
Giorgio's Oven Fresh Pizza Company. Giorgio's.
But how often is that on
When
the air?
I've never heard, I have lived in
I
this
will-
area for 5 years
See?
now. I have
So
lived in
many
this area
ads
for
with that
5
song.
years
I
now,
see
and
so
I have
many
never
ads.
once heard that
I
in
will-
my
You've
life.
never seen the commercial where the Giorgio's pizza flies out of the oven into someone's house?
No, never once.
Okay, well, there's
Maybe
an
on
existing
Hulu or something.
there's an existing ad.
I have Netflix
and it was
on.
it is so motivating. It is so motivating.
As a
This
metaphor, Little Caesars would be like Hulu and chilling, wouldn't it? I say.
pizza- Oh,
Yes, it would be.
It would. But some people prefer Hulu and
Exactly.
chili.
I'd like to meet one of those people and have a great conversation with them because it would probably be disgusting.
Would
Like-
it be a great
like Little
conversation then, though?
But here's the thing.
I'm very
Let's
excited
think
by
about-
discussing things.
Let's think about what we're the area of pizza we're talking about. We're not talking about gourmet pizza. We're not trying to be a gourmet place. We know what we are.
What are we
a
considering
fast
gourmet
food
pizza?
Pizza
Yeah.
chain.
Actually, I say this. Little Caesars has the fast food aspect of this argument on
Damn.
rap.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they do
They
because
do.
They
fast,
do,
fast
because
food
food
would
is
No, I literally walked in. I did
fast
walk
food
in.
would imply that
and
there's a drive-through, fam. You gotta walk.
Okay,
you
Papa
gotta
John's
walk
did
through there,
not
man.
have
You
drive-through.
gotta walk.
Papa John's doesn't.
Say there's a family of 7
Okay.
just trying to feed their family, put food on the table, Little Caesars, which is an option for most people
Right.
because of its inexpensive quality.
Exactly.
I myself have gone to Little Caesars on a handful of times because it is noticeably closer to me than most other pizza locations.
Okay.
And on a handful of those occasions, I have been stuck behind people who are just utterly confused by what they are doing with themselves. People
That's
who are
not Little
people,
Caesar's fault,
That's not
though.
their
people who
That's
are
not Caesar's
noticeably,
fault.
I
No.
think,
That's not
going
their
through
fault.
not even
You can't
midlife
blame
crises,
Caesars
but I
for
think
that.
they're at rock bottom. I think they're at rock bottom when they walk into that Little Caesars.
You know what? Little Caesars is just trying to like
See,
bring
but
those
you know
people
what the
back
difference
up.
is?
I agree.
The
Little
difference
Caesars
is
is therapy.
Little Caesars serves those people food. Papa John's hires them to work there.
Exactly.
Oh, and you know what? Another thing too. This is not about pizza, but
You
I
can teach a man to
prefer-
fish.
I prefer the
He'll catch
crazy,
fish the rest of his
crazy
life.
bread.
Indeed.
Little Caesars like
They
crazy
do
garlic
have great
bread
crazy
to the
bread.
garlic knots at Papa
The number
John's.
one deal is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
$9.50, 2-liter pizza.
See, and here's the
garlic
thing:
bread.
if you actually want a decent quality pizza from Caesars,
You can
get one. But they decide to be like, here's this quick pizza, done,
$5.
bang out, and
Literally,
if you want
they
to get
have
the
a
quality
stack
up,
of them.
you can go
Just
a little
ready.
bit
And I
higher.
relate to that because Giorgio's does the same procedure.
No, I didn't want to do this, but I guess we're at that point now. So, does Little Caesars have a phone application?
No, they do not.
They don't have a phone application, do they? So we're
But
talking
do
about
they need
no.
one?
Do
Let's
they
just
need one?
start talking about this. So we're in the age. What year is it, guys? 2016. We're in 2016.
2016.
It's fastly approaching 2017. So in a world where digital media is becoming a vast opportunity for most people, Papa John's has had an application for a couple of years now, and not saying they're ahead of the ball there on that one, but I'm not only able to order my pizza, but I'm able to order what quality I want, what level of bake I want, extra sauce, toppings, all in one location.
Oh.
Not only is it more efficient than Little Caesars, I can plan out my order before I walk into that shithole of a place. And then when I get my pizza, not only am I having a wonderful interaction with someone who is working their ass off to make tips, instead of someone who's probably high as a kite just handing me a pizza from a fucking heated refrigerator, pretty much.
Yeah, that's
They're getting paid
oxymoron.
to hand things to you.
I
They're
will
getting
say
paid.
the service.
You
I
could do
did
this
like
yourself.
the service at Little Caesars last week
Yeah.
because I went there and the guy's like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "Wow, this guy's
Yeah,
really
my
happy."
man's at
'cause
Yeah,
Little
he had a
Caesars.
great reaction to the molly he just popped before he walked into his shift.
Dude,
Now, I'm not
think you're
saying
being-
I'm
I
not
think
saying
you are-
Papa
I
John's
think-
workers are they're
you
unfamiliar
can't,
drugs.
you
'cause
can't, you can't claim that Papa
Jesus,
John's.
I mean, come on.
You can't claim that Papa John's is like
Dirty
a
Jesus.
savior, and then say, "Well, Little Caesars is just like the slug over there." I mean,
It's just people like to hide things through mass marketing, and Papa John's has done a great job with that.
propaganda. It's propaganda. It
at
is.
its finest. I'll give them that.
It's Hitler's
But
pizza.
let's if we put them side by
I'd like
side,
to be stricken from the record, please.
who cares?
no.
It's like
Overruled.
I will not heil that. So
Oh my
you got your Sleezer's pizza.
Yeah.
It's a little saucy. I like sauce.
He's from Chicago. You have to factor in.
Papa John's
much
is
sauce.
pretty dry.
Oh, Papa
dude,
John's is like
yeah.
biting into
Oh,
a
it
desert.
can be dry. It can be
It's
dry. I'll
very
give you that.
dry.
Which is why myself, I am a frequent orderer. I order extra sauce.
Yeah, would you
Okay.
pay
I
more
order
for
extra.
that?
You don't pay more for it.
Okay.
See,
Another
I'd
thing too
prefer
is
just get Pizza Hut, where you don't have to order these
You know,
extra
Oh
things.
my God,
because
the
it's
Pizza
made
Hut-
honestly, Dan,
correctly.
Dan,
Pizza
you
Hut's
have
been
been in
very
your, you've been
irrelevant.
laying in
It's
your
very
grave for the
irrelevant.
past
Pay a
10 minutes.
pan?
You are a zombie. You're literally a zombie rising from the grave because
A
you were
pan
dead
pizza.
so long
Let
ago.
him come.
Let
Okay.
me come at you with some nonsense. I let you lay all your cards on the table. Nah, I'm here to be like, bam, full house, motherfucker. What do you got?
There are like 3 different hands that can beat a full house, Dan. Like
Yeah,
at
but-
least pick the best hand if you're gonna come back.
But here's the thing: you haven't laid out anything that would beat a full house. All your
Flush,
nonsense.
straight flush.
No, but yeah, but your facts.
Royal
they-
flush.
Honestly, the
things
only thing that I
you
can remember about Prick was like, "Well, everyone eats flour," and then that's a little dry, but I order
And then I
extra sauce
remember
in the
him
end."
like.
That's all
trying
you
to
remember? Because I'm
discredit-
pretty much I
I'll
think I've
give
been the
him
only one
digital
saying
media
things.
aspect.
No, but like,
That
listen,
was good.
there are some great places that like don't have digital apps. Like, there's a
Yeah.
beautiful Chinagate. I love Chinagate,
It's beautiful.
but you have to call and then you have to go.
Because-
it's like that's it.
Because
like,
they want
That's
to
so
bring
90s
old
though. It's so
tradition back.
90s.
That's
But,
a
like,
tradition.
but,
Only 90s
why-
kids remember the 90s.
yeah, you're not a 90s
Okay.
Now here's the thing.
just as much of a 90s as you guys are.
You don't have
Love the
to
90s.
go fully into the digital media
I
because
agree.
You don't.
you know it brings the family aspect. When I interact
If I wanted to
with
call Papa John's, I could absolutely do that as well.
Yes, you
They have a phone, guys. They have a phone.
yes, but
See,
that's not
so
their
does
first
pizza.
thing.
Like Pizza, he's making arguments for Pizza Hut right now too, because Papa John's and Pizza Hut have the same level of
Pizza Hut.
nonsense.
I am. Before Papa John, Rusty and myself are from New York, so we're residents of New York, and Rusty's actually just a brand new resident of Ohio.
Say Rusty's
So
a
round of
resident of
applause for that.
Ohio.
He's a brand new resident of Ohio. So
Giorgio's for you.
before my move to Ohio, I was a Papa John's Veerhen. I had never had Papa John's before in my life.
Really? Because there are Papa John's around.
Before 3 years ago,
Right.
I'm from a small town. Dan's from a little more populated area where there are Papa John's. I'm used to small town pizza where we have 3, just own family pop shops.
I mean, that's where we would get pizza too, because I mean, we can both agree on this that any of the pizza you get from these pop shops in Buffalo are going to be better than
100
Papa
times better.
John's.
100 times
absolutely.
better.
Like
But
that.
the
What,
argument here today is fast food.
So just coming back to my point that I was trying to make, Pizza Hut was my first love.
Yes.
I'll even go dial it back a little bit further than that. Pizza was my first love.
Beautiful.
So from a young age, just
when I was
I used to be scared of cheese, believe it or not,
Really?
when I was
I had the
4
same
years
thing.
old, and then I quickly conquered that fear, and ever since, about 90% of my body mass has been made of
Cheese.
pizza. So
I said cheese.
Yeah,
it's a different thing.
going back to that fact, Pizza Hut, their buffet option between the hours
$5
of
buffet?
between the hours
Yeah.
of 11 and 1 p.m. Unbelievable.
It's
Fucking
crucial.
believable.
Yeah,
You
and
can
we're back
walk
at
in
that
there.
$5 price point that we have been arguing over.
Yes.
It's actually $8. It's $8.
Is it
It's $8
$8
for
now?
the buffet. It's $8. It's been $8 since I was in high school.
But still high quality.
But okay, so
I
yeah,
do like the
for
Pizza Hut
$8.
salad bar, I do.
This includes a drink though. The $8 includes a drink.
Yes.
Oh, we should
$8.
go to this after
$8. You
guys.
walk into Pizza Hut, 11 a.m. between 1 and 1 p.m. It's all you can eat pizza, all you can eat salad,
Yeah.
All you can
with
eat
a drink.
dessert pizza. Too.
Dessert pizza. The
Oh, the
cinnamon
dessert
sticks.
pizza is so
the
good.
cinnamon
Yeah.
sticks. Are you hearing this?
I mean,
Yeah.
Chocolate chip
Cece's
cookie
pizza should just
pizza.
roll over, honestly.
I thought Cece's Pizza was
See-
dead, and then I saw a commercial, and I was like, oh
No,
my
they're
god.
still around.
See,
Who
I
are
don't.
you?
I mean, CC's Pizza isn't.
I go there to feel good about
Bad.
myself.
The thinnest
honestly.
pizza you can buy for
Oh,
money, for
yeah.
real human money. The thinnest pizza. That's
I
alive.
would like to toss just. What is everybody's general opinion of Sbarro? Because it's very
You know,
polarized.
I like
People
Sbarro.
either love or hate Sbarro.
I really do
would,
like
I would
Sbarro.
say like if there was like
I
a
would
Sbarro
toss
and I
Sbarro into
wanted
the conversation
Sbarro-
since Giorgio's has deceased
Yeah,
since we
Okay,
began.
listen. Giorgio's is amazing. I will not hear anything about
I think
it.
Giorgio's came down with like scarlet fever, and it's barely breathing.
I
over
mean,
there.
I literally here's the thing: $5, just like little sleazers, $5 at
sleazers.
Giorgio's, but it's way better. You get the sauce that you don't get at Papa John's. I don't have to stuff
there
my
is-
mouth.
there is sauce on pizza at Papa
The
John's.
crust is nice and buttery versus the crust that's covered in
As
buttery.
the, as the
flour.
$5
Looks like
specialist
we're in
here,
a lard
I'm
over
gonna
there.
give a retort to that. See, Giorgio's.
Retort means answer, but with a little bit more of a snide tone, just for you who
Yes.
aren't sure.
See, Giorgio's is like saying, "Oh, we're $5 pizza, but we're a little more bougie." They're like that New York hipster who
Yeah,
thinks
they're
they're
like,
so cool. They're like,
Okay,
I buy
clearly you have not
Lieutenant-
been. You have not been in the Giorgio's that's like over on Cedar because no offense to the Giorgio's over on Cedar, it's a little disheveled. It's a little
All
like.
I'm saying.
To be fair,
is,
everything
have
on
you ever
Cedar's
met
a little
someone named
disheveled.
Giorgio? You ever met someone named Giorgio?
It's true Italian. Little Caesars is not. Oh no, that is Rome. Okay,
Little
never mind.
Caesars.
But how is
And
Papa
is it
John's
Little
Italian?
Caesars or is it Lil Caesars?
Papa is
You know,
Italian.
Depends on
I
your
mean,
demographic.
also could be
there.
Spanish.
Some people want to say "lul."
That'd be Papa.
Some
no,
people
so
want to
you're
say
wrong.
"little." To be proper.
Padre
Yeah.
John.
No, I just wanted to know, like, it's actually Little Caesars.
That'd be Father
so, like,
John.
the spelling, okay.
Yes.
Little C. Oh, that's
I was just gonna say, because if it was Little Caesars, I'd be like, that's the people's pizza
Yeah.
right there. Like,
Just okay, so we're going on. We're interested in these names all of a sudden. Let's go back to who Julius Caesar was. Wasn't it Julius Caesar that was stabbed about 45 times?
Yeah, he
by his friends.
by his closest friends.
He was
So
betrayed.
not only would I be terrified to walk into Little Caesars, I live in a relatively dicey neighborhood.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Myself and 5 paragraphs share this sense of
you guys,
this sense
you guys,
of fear.
You guys, no,
This-
You
you
live
now
literally
listen,
a block
listen.
away from me.
You literally listen.
literally
listen.
a block.
Oh my
Literally
God.
a block, Dan.
No, literally a block.
Literally a block.
Yeah, no.
Rusty, fuck.
No, I mean like.
It gets beeped out.
It's too
Don't worry.
bad.
Listen,
too
you're on
loud.
a busy street. but you're not on like this busy street in the middle of like.
Yeah, you know why it's busy? Because Papa John's is on Cedar Road. That's why it's
so
busy
is
all the
Little
time.
Caesars. So is
Georgia is
Georgio's
actually a
is
plaza.
on
It's
Cedar.
not- Papa John's is directly on Cedar Road.
Same with
Directly.
Giorgio's.
It's
Giorgio's
in
is right
Plaza,
there.
too.
Same thing with
It's
C's.
next to a Subway. It's next to a dry
Papa
cleaners.
John's is next to Subway?
See,
You're incorrect.
now
No,
It's
it is.
incorrect.
No,
It's
there-
across
no,
the street
there-
from
no,
Subway.
there's-
It's across the street from Subway. Subway's on this side. Papa John's is on this side.
But
Okay,
doesn't it
there's a
show you?
dry
Doesn't it
ways
show
right
you?
there.
But to me, Rusty brought up a good point. It shows you the type of food.
And
It
the
is
type-
trash
the
food.
type of
Subway
people
and Papa
that
John's.
Subway and Papa John's bring. Subway,
I'm not going to get
obviously,
into this.
Jared.
I'm not going to get into this. Subway,
We
you
know
can
this.
craft your own magnificent sculpture of a sandwich.
get
Subway's
out of here.
is terrible.
Irrelevant.
Papa John's.
Your opinions
I mean,
on everything now are
Jimmy
irrelevant by
John's
that.
erased Subway. in
If
my
we were
mind.
talking about how qualified our opinions are, I have the utmost experience in the world of pizza, in the realm of pizza even. I have
I'm gonna need empirical facts here. I'm gonna need
empirical
you to,
facts.
See,
empirical facts.
this is like a PhD
I ordered
candidate
pizza.
coming to have like a whole discussion with the new like up and coming researchers. Like, it's relevant. But it's not fully there.
Research is great, but how are you actually experiencing your pizza?
When I experience
Hot
at
and
Papa
ready.
John's, I want to
when
like
I get
shoot
my
something out
pizza
my ass.
from
Our pal
Hot
Five
and
Paragraphs over here orders pizza maybe once in a blue moon.
Yes,
Once in a blue moon.
But does that make him?
I myself have had pizza twice this weekend.
This is true.
Twice this weekend, Friday and today. Loved it both times. Will order again. 10 out of 10. V nice. Not only that, but I get to see my pal.
Sounds
I get to
like
see
my
my
love
pal,
life.
Dirty Jesus,
Yeah,
when he delivers that
true.
food to me. And you know,
Really?
I hate seeing
Can
him.
we mark
but,
this? I
you
was
know,
gonna say,
it's
can
nice.
we mark this down? You called Dirty Jesus your pal.
It's nice
Yeah.
when
We're gonna put
he's
that on the record.
holding.
Yeah.
I'm saying not only is it nice when he's holding my pizza for me, he brought it right to my doorstep. It is the one time where I'll give him a smile. That is the one time he earns my
This may
affection.
begin to sound like a negative, right?
Okay.
Every time I've gotten Pizza Hut, it takes them too long to get it to my house.
Right.
But
I've never delivered from Pizza Hut. I always eat in, so
No,
I can't
see-
I can't comment on that.
But because it's always late, I haven't paid for Pizza Hut in like 3 years.
Well, that's true.
Free.
Because they have the policy of
So
And
there-
if it's like they give you a delivery time when you order,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's any time after 10 minutes after that, it's free.
So our friend Rusty has actually just exposed quite a problem with Pizza Hut. Not only is their service poor, they're actually hemorrhaging money in the Lancaster area. So maybe we should take that up
But
with them.
doesn't that
Or,
make that you were earlier
But that
saying
makes-
all about the coupons? You were like, I cut coupons, I save.
I don't cut coupons. I don't know.
You
I
were
get
like, I make all these
digital
coupons happen. I'm the king of coupons, and here he is proposing the biggest coupon of them all: free
A free
pizza.
pizza.
And you
it's not
slap
free,
in his
it's
face.
not just free
Well, I'm
pizza.
not
It's
slapping
I'm
in his
getting
face.
dinner
I'm s-
boxes
Right.
here.
This is
Like
true.
I'm getting
I'm
the
talking-
dinner box.
You
Pizza
cannot
Hut.
say that you
Free.
cannot say I
That's
love
a valid
coupons
point.
and then look at the free
Well,
pizza
but
that he
see,
gets
the thing is,
and say
Pizza Hut is not cognizant of what they're doing when they're losing money and on
I
dinner,
wouldn't use the word cognizant.
on
which is a
dinner
very good word.
on
Word
dinner
is a good word.
boxes.
Appreciate that.
Papa John's is structuring their programs around coupons.
Their
and that's-
programs, you can't act like this is like an inner school like volunteer program. Like their programs. What do you mean their programs? They
No,
have pizza. They
it's
have
called,
garlic
it's called
nuts
marketing.
and their salad.
They have marketing programs structured around
Matt and I
coupons.
have
4 days a week, they have
communications
50%
degrees.
off.
We know what marketing is.
And I know
It
marketing
didn't
very
seem
well
like
with
you did.
Giorgio's because I still have the Giorgio's theme song in my head.
Okay.
That no one else has ever heard
Hot
before.
and ready. That's all I gotta say.
All I'm saying is,
To
Actually,
be fair, dude, that
Giorgio's
little
is
Caesar's
fresh and ready.
mascot looks like a total fucking creep. I'm not gonna
dude,
lie to you.
that-
No,
look-
that-
but
that's
like,
I
terrible.
could
That is
imagine him just
terrible.
looking up
what's
ladies'
impressive?
skirts.
He has pizza on a spear, and he can take it and flip the pizza off the spear
very
and catch it back
Yeah,
on
that's
the
the
spear.
same spear they used
high
to stab Julius himself
High
47 times.
But I think
High
it's a good
skill.
statement that you want to go there.
Don't
47
fact check me on that
times.
47 times. I'm not sure how many times I actually
They're
said it.
like-
It was in like the
Little
upper 40s, I
Caesars
think.
was-
I'm pretty
Little
sure.
Caesars is like that little startup. That little startup company
That got lucky. They got lucky.
and they bring that. They have.
They got
that
lucky
spirit.
that they
And
moved
you know
into
what?
a
I know
college
you
town
don't
with
like-
a bunch of fucking stoners.
Hey,
And a lot
but-
of people who are
I know
drunk
you
enough to
don't
order
like
that shit.
the Munster cheese, but I actually do appreciate that they're like, well, let's try something new.
Different.
Let's push.
Let's try something
boundaries.
worse. I think would be the operative word there. Let's try something
no,
worse.
I
don't know
like
about
Let's
that.
try
I don't
something
know
that
about
let's try
I
something
mean,
that
the
works
Munster.
with every other fast
See-
food pizza place, and let's just make it worse a little bit.
You're here acting like you've never enjoyed a Little Caesars pizza, which I know to be false.
Out of 10, enjoyment wise, I would rank Little Caesars at like a 4.5. Like a 4.5.
You know what? If our government was doing 50% things correctly or 45%, we would not be complaining about our government.
Exactly.
That's completely irrelevant.
No, okay. What I'm trying
We're
to say.
talking about pizza,
What I'm trying
the
to say.
fuel of Americans and Italians for centuries.
The visa.
Actually, I don't think Italians love pizza as much as
all
we
I'm
do.
saying-
They do.
They do.
You're
As someone who
acting-
lived in Italy for 4 months, they like pizza.
Giordano's
Okay, so
Yeah,
was
okay,
Papa
cool.
John's
Pizza.
in Italy?
Now that's
What's
the thing.
Giorgio's?
Now here's the
Pizza Hut was. You
No.
know, Pizza
Now,
Hut's a
I
worldwide
have-
chain.
They're
I have
not in-
something to
they're
bring
not in
up with
Italy.
Italians and
They're
pizza.
not. They're not.
One of the few.
I don't know if they are worldwide.
One
I
of the
wouldn't-
few fast food chains
sure
that
they actually
actually
are.
offers
I might-
deep
I'm
dish
looking it up.
They
pizza
might be.
options
I'm listening.
is Little Caesars.
They do.
Papa
Pizza
John's
Hut.
was in Ireland.
Pizza Hut.
Papa John's
But-
was in Ireland.
Pizza Hut invented the deep dish option.
Oh, you
But
can't
they
say
went away
Chicago
from-
Chicago invented the
No.
deep dish
Oh.
option.
This
And
is
we're
valid.
okay.
And next
yes.
year say Pizza Hut invented the stuffed crust option.
And as a Chicagoan,
They actually might.
I
don't
love
know.
deep
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
Pizza
Nothing-
Hut might have.
They
actually
definitely
invented-
popularized it, but it was definitely a thing. Years ago.
now, like, I'm from Chicago. I'm a very, very big fan of deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
what I'm
Probably-
saying is you can get
Blech.
Pizza Hut introduced the deep dish option
Yes,
to the world.
They did.
They did. They outside
For
of
fast
Chicago.
food, yeah, I'd say
Before
so.
Pizza Hut, outside of Chicago, where you're getting deep
not-
dish pizza,
you're not
you're
getting
not.
it.
well, these
You're not
days,
getting it.
Little Caesars has.
Little Caesars has decently consistent deep dish pizza, and as a Chicagoan, I can't say that any fast food is gonna compare to that. It is impossible. But
It's a good illusion.
Side
a
comment
good
on the Little
illusion.
Caesars deep dish: it gets considerably drier when they go to deep dish option. There's
Yes.
far less,
Just as
far
dry
less
as
sauce.
Papa John's regular
And then
pizza.
you have
Papa
to
John's
ask
is
for
not
extra
dry.
sauce.
There just
Did
seems
you-
to be
did you
there seems
ever
to
get
be
the
some
bacon one?
animosity.
I did.
I got that one time, and I felt like the greatest man alive.
Yeah, it was
Walking out
pretty
of that
good.
place with that extra bacon
Oh.
super pizza
Mm-hmm.
from Little Caesars, I thought I was the coolest fucker to ever. I thought I
Right.
was Samuel L. Jackson in fucking Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of looking
So
around.
the king of scrubs is what you felt like. You're simply a king among peasants, is what you're saying.
Hey, but
Tell
that's
me
what
he wasn't a
Caesars
fucking
makes
That
it
is
badass.
feel
that
like.
is
That's
that is
true.
me comparing
Think about
Little Caesars
this.
customers
Caesars
to peasants.
turns
for the
that
record. You guys can
loser
write that
into
down.
a winner.
Think about this. There's the 1%
It's a really
in the
big
world.
stretch.
There's the 1%ers in the world out there.
Yeah.
Define what a 1%er is for us, 5 paragraphs.
The ones who are influential with their mass amount of resources, to say the most.
Resources being
Money.
money,
land,
guap,
people,
paper, cheddar,
all
not
that.
Munster,
Yeah.
cheddar.
Yes, but we're making an analogy. So, Papa John's caters to that type of person. They want to have that notoriety. They want to be the top. But Caesars, no. They're going for the 99% of the population. Because
Pizza does not.
Listen, but
Pizza
I
does
agree.
not
Listen.
separate people from 99 to 1%.
No, I agree with
That's
you.
so incorrect.
No, listen.
That's such a-
5 paragraphs. No,
that's so-
no. As someone,
He's making an
Giorgio's-
analogy.
Giorgio's,
That's a bad
listen,
one.
No, it's not. Giorgio's and Little Caesars are very similar. They both offer very relatable prices.
Oh my God,
Pizza
Giorgio's.
Hut is free if you do it right, okay?
No, but here, listen. Here it's saying it doesn't matter
doesn't matter.
if you were working at the mills. It
Doesn't.
doesn't matter if you're a teacher. It doesn't matter if you're a
Mills.
doctor. It doesn't matter if you're not going to pay for rent next month because you
Apparently,
don't
we're
have
in
the money.
Renaissance England right now.
What these two offer, what Giorgio's and Little Caesars offer, it's a chance for everyone to come together on a common
Oh, for
ground
Pete's
experience.
sake. Clearly, we have a Tumblr DJ
And
over here.
clearly, Pete is one of those, 99%ers. He needs that pizza.
Yeah.
Is he gonna go to Papa John's right off the bat? Maybe not, because $2 more may just turn him off.
I'm gonna bring
Same.
it back to Pizza Hut could be free. You just gotta order it online.
Now, I will say
And it's
something
always
just
late.
like that.
In terms of what's most important to most people who are buying pizza, the taste.
Yes.
The taste of Papa John's is far superior to that.
No,
of Little
Papa
Caesars.
John's tastes like it was like a
To-
frozen
no,
market day
honestly,
special.
That's not even close.
I can
Little
look
Caesars
you
literally
in the eyes
like
and say I would rather have Little Caesars than Papa John's.
Yeah, I would
I
agree.
swear
with
that's
to
you.
God.
terrifying to me.
No, I would also
Papa
be
John's
on
is
that.
horrifying pizza.
That's not even close.
It's not
to
even
true.
good pizza. It
I
feels
don't
it
like
feels
Papa
fake.
John's
It feels
at all.
it feels
Cardboard.
forced. There's a facade.
It
to Papa
literally
John's
hurts my
facade.
teeth. when
Little
I eat
Caesars
it.
is like this. And you're not seeing what I'm making with my fingers right now, but it is a small increment of space in between my fingers because it is that thin.
This is true.
It is that thing. We're talking about cardboard. It could be the
But
box that
maybe
it's served
you know
in.
what? Maybe the 99% they want to eat on it cheap, but they don't want to eat all these carbs. They want to take it easy.
Now
with
here's
their
my thing.
Pizza is 99% bread. If you
Hey,
don't want
listen,
carbs,
You know
you're
what?
not
Actually,
eating fucking
listen,
pizza.
it is
Actually, it is not
99%,
99%. And you know who
bread.
is
It's
99%? It is Papa John's. That's the 99%
Now-
bread pizza.
now-
This
I'm gonna-
analogy is not going to hold up. Stop playing it like it's a real analogy.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
bullshit analogy.
It is
Now,
not.
anyways,
It is very relatable.
I'm gonna go back to the fast food aspect.
Okay.
So we were talking earlier about Pizza Hut giving us free food if it's
Oh yeah,
late.
it's not fast.
Yes, that is not fast at all.
No,
Now that's
but
one thing I gotta
I
give
would-
you a neg on.
I mean, I take that one on the chest. I admit that.
Yeah.
I brought that fact into this world. But what you have to factor in is what you get for that negative.
Okay.
You get you probably,
That's positive.
I would say you get twice the positive
Yeah.
that you get negative
I'll
in
give
that
you that.
Or,
situation.
if time is your money, if time's money, then maybe that's not.
I'm never telling you, like, if you're strapped for time, you're going to Little Caesars.
Yeah,
I don't care
exactly.
who you are.
Or
If you're
Giorgio's.
strapped for time,
You're gonna go walk
you don't
down
have
to that
time
Caesars.
to wait
Or
15 minutes
Giorgio's,
to
yeah.
get your
If I'm in a
Papa
rush,
John's.
I'm not going to order pizza, bruh. I'm not gonna. I'm a purist when it comes to pizza. If I'm ordering pizza, I
you
want to
have not
enjoy my
eaten-
But that
pizza.
is not
You have
the
not
majority of
eaten
people.
for 3 days, and you are on the run, and you need pizza. Where are you going?
I would be
You
on the
are on
run
the
because
run.
I'm a criminal, and that's why you would choose Little Caesars. Criminals eat Little Caesars. That's why you're on
See,
the run,
that-
guys.
that-
You're on the
you
run
yelled at
because
us.
you
You
probably
yelled
just
at us.
stole the $5 that you're going to use to pay for that fucking pizza.
That's a personal shot.
You just
okay?
yelled at
Yeah,
us
that's what I'm
saying,
saying.
you just yelled at us saying that metaphor of the 99% doesn't make sense, and then you use this metaphor. All Little Caesars eaters
It's not a
are
metaphor, that's me
criminals.
stating a fact. That's
That
me
is
stating a
not
fact.
That's not
That is
a fact.
not a fact.
Our very own 5 paragraphs is a criminal. He is a criminal.
That is
You-
false.
I'm not sure how we got into this
You have,
room.
you have openly
I think he picked
expressed
a lot.
that you have eaten Little Caesars before.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
I
that-
myself am a criminal.
You said
Okay,
you're a
fair
purist.
enough.
You said you're a purist. There's
If
nothing
he
pure.
I
admits
killed
that-
Rusty's best friend.
If
He was
he
eating a
admits
slice
he's
of
a
pizza.
criminal,
Pizza.
that's
I thought
fine.
it was gross.
That's fine. But
I stabbed
Label,
him in the
you know what?
eye.
If you're gonna label us for liking Giorgio's and Little Caesars,
No one's talking about Giorgio's. Literally no one.
You need to stop
Literally no one's
talking about Giorgio's.
Stop slipping it in like it's a fucking finger in the pooper.
it's okay. Giorgio's has its times, as a fraternity that we are.
As
in.
a fraternity, as a someone who plans brotherhood gatherings, I did order Giorgio's once.
Exactly.
and it
Yeah.
was great. And
It was
people
nice.
It was
loved
not great. It was good.
People
It was
loved
good.
it.
Half of us didn't even show up because I got Giorgio's. That's
I-
why.
I
no,
wasn't there.
no.
I can-
Like, listen, what
Dan
I
was
will-
probably stoned eating
no,
Little
like,
Caesars.
what
will say-
happened? People ate
Rusty.
it so
Rusty.
quickly.
I will say that Giorgio's sausage
We should
pizza
insert Rusty.
is high
Like,
quality. in
I
my
say Dan
opinion.
is just like Rusty.
No, and I agree. Thank you. See,
Very
we-
high quality. It's nicely breaded, I'd say.
Giorgio, it's
See,
an excellent
my
bread.
And then
biggest
it'd
problem
be a
with
great conversation to
Giorgio's-
have if it was a national
Exactly.
chain.
Yeah, no,
It
okay.
gets back
I
to
will
my
entertain-
okay, listen,
I will
I
entertain
perceive
Maybe
Giorgio's
Giorgio's-
for a minute.
Let's
I
let's paint a
perceive-
picture.
One at
Maybe
a time, one
Giorgio's
at a time.
expands nationally. The pizza just gets shitty. It probably gets shitty.
It's fair.
They got a
Like
couple.
Papa
They got a couple
John's.
locations. They got a couple locations. They're loving life. You know,
Right.
they're putting
They're
heart
doing
and soul.
good business.
They're SpongeBobbing the fuck out of that pizza.
They are.
He's pouring himself
They
into
are.
it. They open up a couple more locations. Is it
Yes,
really, is it going to
slow
maintain
down.
that?
I
Is it
just
gonna
want to
maintain that
talk
quality?
about Giorgio's. When I get Giorgio's pizza, like, I don't mind grease on my pizza.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? I'm
Most men
cool
don't.
with-
Most men
I'm
don't.
cool with
No,
grease on my
grease.
pizza, but, like, when I've opened a box of Giorgio's and there's
lots
been,
of
like,
grease.
a pool of grease.
It's true.
You know, if that's
On
a
said
problem,
pizza.
then why don't you grab a little napkin and just boop, and then you're good.
That's
If
another,
that- if
it's
that
another,
happens
another
to be a
added.
problem.
If we're talking about efficiency, like Little Caesars,
I
obviously
mean,
in the
that's
first of
easier
that
than
running.
waiting
Yes.
4
There's
years
another
for a
step
Pizza
you
Hut
have to
pizza.
do to eat your pizza.
That's
You're-
easier than 4 years for a Pizza Hut pizza.
Well,
Easier than
here's-
eating flour.
Here's the thing. It takes 35 to 40 minutes for me to get my Pizza Hut pizza delivered.
Right.
Okay? But I know that. So I order in advance of when I'm going to want the
Indeed.
pizza.
Most people do, which is far easier when you have a phone application to do so.
Oh my god,
Pizza
we're not
Hut has a
talking
phone
about.
app.
I'm
Giorgio's
not
has
coming
a
at.
phone app
I'm not
too.
coming at Pizza Hut.
But what I'm saying
If
is
I were
I
to choose
order
a silver
well
medal for
ahead.
this conversation, it would be Pizza Hut.
I order well ahead. Like, the lateness factor can be avoided if you just
Okay.
realize that it's coming.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And then you just... And the only downside to it is you have to open up the door and make that awkward conversation with the person and be like, look, I'm not paying for this.
Right. Okay.
And then they're always like, okay, let me call my supervisor. And then they call the supervisor and like, okay, here's your free pizza. Have a good day. Like, that's all the negatives you get. And if you plan accordingly,
I would far rather prefer having an awkward conversation with Dirty Jesus. That's what I'll say.
Personally,
No, because
would
I
not.
don't. No,
I wouldn't either. I don't know why. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to see Dirty Jesus again. And
Again.
you're gonna have to
And
be like,
again.
this is your fault, and you have to call your supervisor
Again.
to tell them
Who
you
I also
fucked
know
up,
on a personal level.
Nice.
to tell them that you fucked up, and now they have to give me a pizza for free.
Right.
This
But
person from
I'm pretty
Pizza
sure
Hut,
I've
I'm never
paid.
gonna have to see
I'm
again.
pretty sure I've paid Kat from Papa John's rent a couple of times. That's how much I know her. Just side note.
Listen, I don't go to Giorgio's trying to feel like I'm a missionary. Essay, I mean,
Fuck does
5
that even
paragraphs.
mean?
You're like, I pay for Kat's rent. I pay for Kat's education. I pay for Kat.
Kat's
like,
not in
you
school,
own
she's
her.
delivering
It's like
pizzas.
you own Kat.
Dirty
and I think
Jesus
that
delivers
says a
pizzas.
lot.
Could I
That-
own-
Yes, it's
There's
an
an
entitlement.
entitlement from Papa
It's like
John's.
you are something because of Papa John's. It makes you.
Yeah,
rise above.
I'm
You
more
become-
full than I was when I ordered it.
you
That's what
become
Papa
that
John's does for
1%.
me.
To be
You
fair,
become that
I
1%.
do, even if the pizza is late, I do tip the delivery people.
Oh, okay,
Right.
that's fair.
I do.
All right.
You have
Sense
to.
of entitlement from Pizza Hut over here too.
No,
See,
because
Gotta
it's-
pay that tip, make you feel good.
See,
Makes you
like-
feel good.
There's no
you-
tip.
It's
you
not
have-
necessarily
Because
their
you
fault
use
that
that.
You
pizza-
go
You
in
don't
and
tip
get the
Caesars
pizza.
because they don't deserve the tip.
It's not
Could
that.
you
Because you
give
have
them
to
a
do the
tip?
work for the
You
Absolutely.
do the work.
You drive on in.
They have a
That's the
tip jar at Little Caesars. You're choosing not to put stuff in it.
But like, why? But you're not.
They're
expected.
begging. They're
But they're not-
begging
they're
you.
not-
And you are
they're
just
not
you are
begging.
you
They're
are
just-
stuffing
no
your
one's
nose in the
begging.
air and
See,
you're walking out.
Imagine the
of there with
type
your
of service you would get if you stopped tipping at Papa John's.
Right.
the same service because they're required
I
to
don't- I
because
don't
there's their
No,
job.
I don't know about
It is
that.
their
I don't know
job.
about that.
They
It's
are
like-
sworn to the
if
solemn
Kat-
creed that is Papa
There's
John's.
no
like-
solemn
that's
creed.
like
This is not a
talking-
religion.
If we want to
It's
get
not a
into
cult
consumer,
like Giorgio's
if we want
followers.
to get into
We are
consumer
not a cult.
stuff, let's take an example. Let's look at Walmart, for example.
Okay.
Terrible,
business. Big
terrible
business.
benefits. Terrible benefits for their workers.
Yeah.
Let's think if they got a little bit more benefits. Would that be a better operating system? Of course.
Okay, now we're talking about corporations in America, which are obviously need to be desired, but
Yes. Now, Papa John's, I'm sure, those people who work there, they have way better life aspects than I'd say a couple people like I'd say better life aspects than let's say
Walmart
a
workers? 'Cause I doubt
Sleezer's,
it.
a Giorgio's, and even sometimes a Pizza Hut. Right?
yeah, Little Caesars are right off the bat at a disadvantage because they're not delivering,
This is true. But when you're talking about Caesars,
and they're probably the very same people that applied to Papa John's and didn't get the job. Probably because they didn't have a functional state license, which is required by most people who deliver.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's required by everybody who delivers. I've been in law school for 2 weeks now, and I know that.
All I'm saying
It
is you
is.
just
You
walk
have to
into
have a
Giorgio's.
license to
Walk in
and
the Caesars.
you walk into
delivery.
Giorgio's.
Not
walk
your
into
fault. You can have
Caesars
you could have a New York license though, and like deliver
I
Papa
See,
thought
John's.
you,
the
Papa
people-
John's
I
would
thought
be
you were
issue.
just talking
I
about
will-
like having a valid license.
No, yeah, because like in Ohio, a lot of places you need an Ohio license for it.
I do
So-
think it's
I
interesting.
I was gonna deliver pizza.
And I don't know, maybe 5 paragraphs, you can kind of join me on this. I do think it's interesting, though, with Prick is behind Papa John's and Dan's behind Pizza Hut, but that
Rusty.
they do admit,
Rusty.
and that Rusty is behind.
Damn it, future employers.
Damn it!
And Rusty is behind, Pizza Hut, but yet they do concede at what the message is for both Giorgio's
They
and
do.
Little Caesars.
They
what
appreciate
is
it.
that message? We serve shit, you eat it.
No.
No, it's that
You
we
pay
are,
for what you get for.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Shit, you
roll
get
up,
shit for
you
$5.
roll up in your sweatpants. You
Which
you get
anyone
your
can.
$5
Yeah, I could stay in my
out.
fucking pajamas. I don't have to fucking move for my pizza.
I'm pretty sure that okay, we've exhausted the delivery versus having to go get it.
We have,
aspect
we
of
have.
this is
For those of you who
irrelevant.
say 5 paragraphs to myself didn't live 1 block away from Little Caesars.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's fair.
We have that option. We can glide on over there.
Just
I could
stop on your way home
rollerblade if
from
I wanted to.
work.
Yeah.
I love to shred. That would be my thing. But if I didn't live
How do you feel
literally
about
a
longboarding?
10th of a mile, I don't own one, so I can't comment. If you'd like to donate one,
No, I don't. No, I'm not super
I'm
lame.
pretty
so I
sure
don't
by
have
the
a
populace
longboard.
of
is that
Little
what it
Caesars,
is? Super
yeah.
lame? Is that the connection?
You,
All right.
you
well, I'll
can
stay
go
away
to
from-
many plazas around the whole nation, and you are bound to find a Little Caesars somewhere.
You can go to any plazas around the whole fucking world and find a Pizza Hut.
I don't know
Probably
where
the-
or where not. You
Probably
can
the
find
same
it.
for all the national chains in this conversation. I'm like,
So
George.
I don't know where
that
or where
kinda
not you find Giorgio's.
That kind of takes the point out of delivery versus walking in, because if you're a neighborhood junkie
And
of pizza,
as-
you can walk anywhere to get
And
your pizza.
as
That's
we
not-
discussed
it's not really the case,
earlier, the best part
People who live in
about
rural
Pizza Hut
areas.
is the fact that you go in.
It's true.
We discussed this earlier. The
Yeah.
best part about Pizza
Suburban
Hut is when
areas
you
don't
go.
even have-
You go
Yeah.
into Pizza Hut.
Well, actually, from the hours of 11 to 1, I would love to go to Pizza Hut, but outside of those hours, it's really not the same.
Okay.
You know, I think we have
Stuffed
exhausted the
crust.
topic. I think this was a great discussion, and I
Stuffed
think,
crust.
yeah, I don't know, the stuffed crust needs to go. I'm going to post up a poll along with this podcast, and we're going to let the people decide. Because I respect.
I swear to
everyone's
God,
opinions.
if you include Giorgio's in this
I
fucking
will,
poll.
because Giorgio's is amazing.
Papa John's 2016, make pizza great again.
Sleezers, the one for you.
Pizza Hut,
That made me cringe.
we got stuffed crust.
Giorgio's Oven Fresh Pizza Company.
Papa John's,
Giorgio's.
we've got people with big foreheads like Peyton Manning.
And Dirty Jesus. Dirty Jesus has a weirdly big forehead.
We do have a Dirty
He
Jesus,
does,
but he
yeah.
covers it with greasy hair.
Right.
Well, thanks for my guest, Rusty. 5 paragraphs, prick. Thank you for keeping it a little
Fuck
cool, even
all
though it
of
got
you
heated.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
Rusty,
man.
let's grab a drink
It's
after
been
this.
real. It's been fun.
And we'll see you in
Not
the
sure if
next.
it's been real fun.
Yeah. We'll see you in the next episode of the.
You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friends' nose.
Oh my god.
You can't choose your father, but you can choose your daddy.
Oh jeez. And we'll see you on the next edition of the
WERK,
Gamut Report
yas.
with Matt Hribar. And see you for now.
I was
Bye.
the alpha of this Gamut report.
Peace.